I'm Mirella.
Hello, I'm Zoe. Welcome to the Critical Obsession podcast.
Our latest obsession has been a TBL called Dangerous Romance. The episodes are free to watch on YouTube. There will be spoilers, so you should definitely go and watch the series before listening to us fangirl about it.
A little disclaimer, this will contain our personal opinions, random thoughts, and theories. There will be cursing, and also be aware that some of the topics may be adult in nature, and alcohol may be involved.
Our laughter will be painful to listen to, but bear with us. We just watched the latest episode of Dangerous Romance and we want to talk about it.
If you're still here after all this, join us on our downward spiral into our obsessions. Are you ready?
No. I saw a comment on Twitter today, and the person was like, I'm excited and also scared to watch this episode. And I had this thought, how interesting it is that we're also like this, like we're dreading what's coming, but we're also exciting. We're waiting for it, and how unusual that is. Because usually, when most of the times when you're watching a series, you're like, oh, so it's here, I guess. The angsty part.
Or you're like super traumatized by like episode 10 of Not Me.
Yeah, but here, like the series wouldn't be, the ending wouldn't be satisfying without this. We have been waiting for it because it's like a resolution that has to happen. Something has to change, otherwise it will be incomplete.
Well, it's funny too because like what we're hoping anyway is that that's going to happen, and this is the start of that, so it's exciting as well as like super like stressful and like I'm afraid, but also like I can't wait. And I also just took some pain medication, which you're not allowed to operate machinery on, so I like hopefully I will be coherent in our reaction.
Yeah, let's go watch it.
All right, let's go watch it. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
I'm just like
My thoughts all scattered.
I'm just like I feel like I just I don't know, like experienced every emotion all at once. Or like after each other.
And now you stare at the wall.
Like yeah, I'm like, now where's my straight jacket? So like, okay, the windmill shot at the very beginning, I was just like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. And I'm like, is this like, like the symbolic, I don't know, I'll come back to that maybe once I've thought about it. That could have just been the drug stalking. But I was just like, yeah, I don't know, I love the shot of the windmills anyway.
Yeah, me too.
And
I love them.
then I took a really long time to watch this first part because I kept rewatching the beginning bit.
Why?
I rewound a bunch of times. Because I was fucking dying. I was like dying in the first couple of minutes. Because like first off, you have Gang like wake up and essentially like he thought he'd been abandoned for like a few seconds there.
Yeah, like he got scared because he didn't find Salome in the bed. I feel it's like it's a foreshadowing of what's to come and how he's not going to find Salome where he thinks Salome should be. This moment was there for a reason.
Well, I think also it highlights his like major abandonment issues. Like, I was like, oh my god, no. And I'm thinking for a second there as well, I was like right with him. I'm like, Salome, you did not just go wandering, did you? Like what that you're not panicking, right?
I was sure he was there. I was sure he did not leave, and that's why I found Anne's reaction so interesting.
Well, he wasn't sure, right? So that's yeah. But and then okay, and then so like we went from
nothing happened. Like, oh no.
Well, we went from
I'm trying to pull this off. Come on.
Yeah, we went from like that to like Salome bringing him breakfast in bed, wearing his shirt, a special
cute.
kind of service. I love he's like, you're addicted to my scent. And then this is the bit where I really died, where Kang proceeded to smell himself. He is such a fucking freak. I love it. And he's just like, well, I do have my scent all over you from last night. Like, I'm sure that boy did not shower. Like Harry's like, I love how he goes, it was mind blowing, wasn't it? But he said it so like casually, like they were talking about, I don't know, like, you know, the steak was good last night, wasn't it? Like, it was so hilarious. But the funny thing is I feel like, you know how we had that extra scene at the end of last episode where, you know, Kang was pulling out all of the like super lame like pick up come on lines and stuff,
Yes.
and Salom said to him, you just need something simple, like you don't need all the extra crap. I feel like once again Salom started the flirting here, just like he did kind of in the
Mhm,
bathtub last week,
mhm,
and then
mhm.
Kang just like took it and ran with it, but like in a like super really like he was just stating the obvious kind of way, and Salom was just like, nope, nope, not happening. And he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
a
because Salom
mosquito
was being
bite.
all cute. Salom was being all cute and, um, expressing his feelings and happiness and by inactions. And then Kenny's like, "Oh, the sex is good, right?"
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, once again, he's asking for like a score.
Oh, yeah, oh my god.
He's
That's
like,
true.
hey,
Yeah.
teacher, can you give me a grade? But like the whole like
That's
it's a mosquito bite, and he's like I loved Salom, or rather Shimon's giggle. Um, but
so
yeah, and
cute.
how he's like, I want to taste your blood. I was just like, I was thinking, I was having thoughts there that were being thunk. I'm like, I don't know why. I don't
They
know where I'm
watched
going with
they
this.
watched the new trailer for the Twilight BL from them.
Or I
Gave
like
them
I'm
ideas.
stealing this from somebody on Twitter, and I don't remember who it was, who suggested they should have called it Twilight, which is just fucking hilarious.
Twilight. Mhm.
Yeah, the new Twilight BL that's coming out. Um, no, I was actually more thinking about that later on we might get a kiss where like Salom is bleeding. But yeah, and then how he's like, you know, being more responsible, thinking like I should go and actually do the thing that I came here for.
I think he just didn't want to go home, actually. That's what came to my mind. Well, he had to go there, but also I think he didn't want to go home.
I think yeah, I think it's probably both. Yeah, you're probably right. It was probably a little bit of like let's delay the inevitable, but also I do think he's getting more like responsible, and also this
Yeah,
was
because he
something
also
he
said
wanted to do.
said this to his dad. I'm not doing this match for you. I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah. And I
So
just love that. I love his like, besides, like, my shirt has your scent on it, and that gives me 300% more kicking power. Like, he's such a little weirdo.
and then Guy half hugging Kang when they appear, and then all the honeymoon comments and
Oh
the
my God.
gestures, nice gestures. I was like dying. I was
I had
dying.
to, like, their friends seriously are hilarious. I had to rewatch this scene because I was pretty sure it was Kang who like couldn't get the word honeymoon out, but I then Salom said it as well, and I was like, wait, was it an echo? So I rewound it, and I like he's so funny. Like he could barely get the word out, but you know he's like planning their wedding now. Like he's like
That's a good
honeymoon.
idea.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna get right on that. He's like, he's got them already in suits and stuff, and Salom's just like embarrassed. Meanwhile, Kang's like, what color flowers should we have?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so fucking funny. Um,
And then Saifa wearing that fucking
oh
watch.
no, I died when I saw him
Me
wearing that
too. I was like,
watch.
oh no, why? Why?
Yeah, because like, I mean, we don't know. Like, I mean, he's been wearing it, so you assume that like grandma might have seen it, but like maybe she hasn't. And so like once again, him having the watch, it's so funny because this is such a turnaround from like what we were kind of expecting in regards to it's it may get assumed that he's, you know, took the watch or whatever, because if the father is not like able to sort of back him up
Confirmed.
or whatever. Yeah. And we were thinking he's gonna be pointing the finger, and then like he's like, it might just be, you know, I think it may end up being that he is the one that basically gets him out of trouble. But
And
yeah,
I was like, oh no, don't tell him about the collection. But I
I
guess
know, like,
it's
I'm
not
like,
even the
stop bragging
problem.
about the money. Oh my goodness. But then I was like, then they were being really cute and sweet, and I was like, oh my god, why are they so cute? I fucking hate it right now
Yeah,
because
like I have a note. Oh, say fast, stop being so fucking cute. Stop it.
I know, right? Because I'm like, as soon as I saw them, and like even Name was all like, "You remember that?" And I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm dying. I love them." Like now you're about to just like it didn't even happen, and you're gonna destroy it because this obviously is where we're going.
And
And
also,
I'm
when they were talking about Fast and Furious, I heard music from Not Me Again, I think. It's
oh,
driving me insane. It's driving me insane when I
I
hear it.
didn't notice. I did make a notice of the all the Fast and the Furious stuff though, and I was laughing because like you like were talking about that when we watched the last episode. You were like, "Oh, Fast and Furious," and then they said Vin Diesel. I reckon Sophia said Vin Diesel about 5 times in this episode. But yeah, it's
Then
just
also when he said he's going to tell the boss, and when he said tonight, and was like such a
yeah, that was more
like
foreshadowing. Yeah.
exactly
So
tonight.
and then oh my god, the boss like he
And the
like
cutting of the meat,
yeah,
like of
cutting
course,
the
if
meat. I'm
you're
like that's like
cruel,
the
you cut meat.
yeah, it's like the worst time ever like for him to have a conversation, like a negative conversation, is when your boss is a knife in his hand if he's a psychopath. Like um and but like the boss knowing everything already, like that kind of was like I was
It
like that was
reminded me of that
scary.
scene where Tywin Lannister is introduced in Game of Thrones. Do you remember? He was cutting, like there was some animal that he was working on.
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah.
reminded me of that. Maybe that's the vibe that they were trying to something cruel and very cold and
Probably as well because we were talking about Game of Thrones like when we were
yeah,
doing
no,
it last week.
everything is connected. Everything is connected
Now we're like just gonna see motifs of it because we were
everywhere.
talking about it. Yeah. Yeah,
But you know,
I just like
and she said depth of gratitude. That's the worst kind of depth. Like you cannot get rid of that ever.
no, that's right. Like how do you put monetary value on something? Like obviously he did something that, you know,
And also the moment he puts his hands
oh my
on
god, when he touched his
James'
face
face.
with the bloody
Oh, I
hand.
know. Like I have such a thing. Like I'm scared of touching meat and fish and everything. Like I wash my hands too many
I'm the
times.
same. I
Like
don't like touching raw things. Yeah.
in 5 minutes, oh no.
But right, like but besides the grossness of it, the visual, like the visuality of
Mm.
it, like the visceralness of it, and like how threatening it was. Oh my
Mhm.
god, such great like direction and cinematography
And
once
also
again.
kind of like you will have blood on you, or you will have blood on you, or you're
Yeah.
you know
It's like you're not getting out without getting dirty
clean.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it's like and of course I'm just like oh crap because like as soon as they were fucking cute I was like oh fuck, like
Hmm.
I was like either I'm right and he's gonna get killed because that would have also worked in this scenario, or he is going to be the reason why the other one's in trouble. And do you know
Hmm.
what, like depending on what actually went down, like if he has some feelings for Name, like if he has some sort of weird twisted like I don't know, like if he thinks he's trying to protect him, and it may not even have been Name, it could have been the boss. Like we don't know until we know what actually happened.
I feel
Like
like they could try twisting to make it like Kang's dad was trying to jump in front of someone to save someone or something.
mm. Well,
To
I
jump
mean
in front of
that
someone.
could be where they're gonna go with that because I mean now obviously we're meant to like him. So he's having all
Yeah,
these he's
because like
having all
grandma,
yeah, but he's having all these moments with Salom,
and also the
which
grandma, like father, like son. I'm like grandma, no, no,
yeah, I know, and like
no.
I know, right? And like also like the bond, like he's formed a bond sort of with Salom. So
Mhm.
which actually in that respect the like father like something kind of works a little bit.
Mm.
Like he obviously likes and respects him, so if he likes and respects Salom and he really did change his opinion of Safai, like that whole thing we misunderstood what he was doing there. If we misunderstood that and he was actually being legitimately like remorseful and that's the only way he knew how to do it, then he may have tried to protect Safai.
Mm. Yeah,
Or
that's what I was trying,
or
like,
he could
what I'm
have
trying
just
to imagine.
Yeah, or he could have just
Okay.
come home at the wrong time. Like they may like they may not have thought he was going to be there because he said he was going to Karat. So
Anyway, Salom secretly recording Hank practicing and sending to the dad, and Grandma telling the dad that basically he is wrong.
yeah, I love how
But,
I
but
love
it
grandma.
really,
I'm like I love how she's like you basically are wrong. Get on with it.
yeah, but really, like, how many, like, why is this time special? Because if it happens so many times, I don't know. I just, you know,
Yeah, I
I
get it.
just
I
like
mean,
it.
it's a hard pill to swallow because of the way it's been framed for us so far.
And also,
But
like, if he did not want to put pressure on him, why tell him that he was worthless and had the,
that
you know,
conversation, yeah, I feel like, and it's funny because I thought about that later on because, of course, obviously we get the scene where he explains to Salom why he is the way he is, and
mhm,
then we get the scene where in turn Salom explains it to Kang, and I was just like, what the fuck, like how is this a resolution between them? But in actual fact it's probably the best way that whole situation could have gone because they're
mhm,
so like if they're similar if they're angry, like that scene where his father said all that shit to him and that they were
mhm,
hostile towards each other. Like they're not in a place where they could have a calm conversation. I don't think
mhm,
like one of them could say the wrong thing or like whatever's perceived to be the wrong thing and that's going to set Kang off or like whatever. Like clearly his father has zero chill as well because he's
mhm.
frustrated or he's like
Like
whatever.
something.
And so by using Salom as like an intermediary, it was actually probably a really smart thing to do because
Mhm,
Kang may not have believed his father, like him saying that to him, or he may not even have let him tell the story, like listen to
mhm.
it, but he'll listen to Salom and he'll believe
Believe
Salom.
Stilm's judgment. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, of course, so that's why,
And
you
also,
know,
I found it funny if Osella was like, "I'm handling it. He was a bully, but I taught him
oh,
a lesson." And then he proceeded
seriously, I love how
with
he's like,
confronting
I,
the dad and being like, "What are
yeah,
you doing?
I
You're
love
not doing
how he
this
was
right."
like, I love how he was like, I already corrected his bad behavior, don't worry.
Now I'm gonna work on you.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm just working my way through the family. Grandma's good, but you guys have got problems. And then when Guy got hurt, I was like, oh no. And I kept waiting for like Nava to come running up.
No, we did see, yeah, we did see a preview, not a preview, a poster that they posted, and he was in the hospital room, or then,
Yeah, all in bed laying down. Yeah, yeah. And
so
yeah,
I was just expecting that to happen.
I'm just like this. I was like, wow. I was like, no.
Oh
Um,
God.
yeah. I was like, poor Guy, he got hurt. Um,
And oh, also we had that scene with Name and Saifa where he's asking for help, I guess. And
yeah. I mean,
if you don't
obviously
have
it's gonna
Saifa,
have
it's
something
actually
to
fun
do
to try.
yeah, obviously it's gonna have something to do with that house and all the stuff that's in it.
Of course.
Um,
Yeah, of course.
but
Because the boss knew, the boss was following them, the boss knows
mm,
everything.
but we also found out that Kang's mum got sick.
Yeah.
That was one of our questions, so we found that out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and of course when like okay, so first off, like when they I love Kang how he's just like Tanava, you'll take all that shit back, right? See you later. And then they're on the bike, and oh my god, how cute were they on the fucking bike?
Oh,
I was,
really? Yes.
I'm
And also
just,
how he was scoring and he was running to his boyfriend for hugs.
yeah, I know, right? Like, I was like, kept waiting for the coach to like yell at him because seriously, but and how he goes, oh, you played so well, and he's like, yeah, well, my boyfriend was watching, so He loves
They're
that.
really,
He's so
they're
funny.
really, really cute. They're really
Yeah.
cute.
But yeah, and then of course when they got back to the house and it was the reveal was that it was his father.
It
Um,
was nicely done. I think that was scene was done well. And Shimon Perth played it well. Although it's interesting that Kang was mostly like he even was so shocked about his dad, but he was still very much receptive to Salom's reactions and
yeah, well, I mean,
what was
this
happening
this
to
whole
Salom.
thing with his father is still unknown. You know, like they
Mhm.
haven't. You know, he's had this conversation with Salom, but he hasn't had any conversations or reconciliations with the father yet. So he's still hostile towards him. I mean, even when,
No, but
um,
he says, I'm going home to my old man. I think he kind of already
oh, I think he
decided.
has too, but then at the same time, like it's you know, there's conditioning in behavior as well. Like he's
Mm.
not used to um you know like it's interesting that his first instinct was just to go straight to the grandmother, like you know anyone else, like I don't know about you, but like if I rocked up and to my house and my father was being dragged out on a stretcher or gurney or whatever they call them,
Mhm,
I
mhm,
would be going straight up and being like, oh my god, what happened? And like, you know, I mean, well,
mhm.
obviously I have a
Yeah.
bit of a different background, but also I would be like asking questions and whatever. He didn't do that. He went straight to the grandmother and was comforting the grandmother, and clearly he's concerned and he's shocked and he's like whatever else. And the look on his face when he first realizes it's his father, he has this moment of like
I
um
need to watch that.
sorry.
I need to rewatch that
Yeah,
multiple times.
yeah, but he has like this moment of sort of like, I didn't get a chance to, you know, speak to him, sort
Mhm.
of thing. You know, like it's almost like he went in that moment, like he went like, I'm too late, and just accepted it for a second, and then like sort of compartmentalized it, and then shut the door, so to speak, on it, and then went
Mhm.
over to sort of like be with his grandmother. And in that sort of moment, he in that process, he's forgotten about Salom until he sort of, you know, looks
So
up and sees him, and
all
then
alone
it's
with
just,
her.
yeah. And the look between them was just like amazing. But I mean, I
Yes.
must admit, like I was like, okay, I was wrong, it's the father. And then my second thought was, oh, grandma's okay, she's upset but she's okay. And I was really really happy for a minute, and
Well,
I felt really
cause
bad because I felt
well, but
really happy.
it's yeah, but at the same time, he was a dick, and we did not forget him yet. Forgive him yet, and
Well,
also Kang
we're
did tell him like, "I wish you were dead," and that's what happens when something happens. Bad happens
yeah.
when someone says that in a
Well,
series or movies.
we're still like Kane. We're not there yet. We haven't had that. We haven't had that final, like, you know, bit where we can forgive him. I'm like you. I'm still angry about that conversation because I feel like it he all of what he said to Salom doesn't warrant what he said to Kang at the school when they were having that argument. But that's what I meant about them being hostile to each other and saying
Yeah,
shit, you know, like maybe they
but
didn't
also
mean, or
what I'm thinking is that Salom is more ready to help and intervene because he did intervene. Like he mm, tried to teach lessons to Kang and also to his father and being the mediator as well. Because he doesn't have parents
no.
and he wants Kang to not lose that. He wants to help
Yeah.
him, especially because he knows that the hope is not lost for him.
But yeah,
It's just
I loved how he basically chastised the father the same way he
yeah,
would
yeah,
like
yeah.
Kang. Like he's
Mhm.
treating them both. He's treating them sort of similar.
The same. Mhm.
And I thought that was great because, and that once again, I guess highlights the fact that there are similarities between them
Yeah.
and their
Hmm.
like temperament and everything. He's like, I've
And
already
also at
tamed
the
your
start,
son. I
let's
can.
what would have happened? What would have happened if Kang and Salom, like, if Kang lost Salom to illness and then had to take care of a child, and
Yeah, exactly.
he
That you
being
could
all
see.
extreme in one direction or the other one, maybe something similar might have happened
Yeah,
actually.
especially with a promise like that as well and things
Uh-huh.
like that, because he could
Yeah,
have misinterpreted what she meant or like whatever. So yeah, for sure, I can see
but
the
still,
mirroring. Yeah.
That still doesn't mean that it's good and it's okay.
Oh, of
And yeah,
course not.
he was a bad dad. He was like, I guess I'm a bad father or something. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
you
well, you
are.
are. Yeah, that's exactly right. But it's like I love how he's just like, I've tamed your son. I can deal with you too. Just like give me a few minutes.
Yeah,
I'll sort
yes.
it all out. Like, I've got this.
Okay, let's go watch the second part because I'm losing my
I watched
mind.
the trailer because, like,
Oh
Jim
no,
Emmett
no,
dicks, and I'm like, ugh.
I haven't. No, don't tell me. No,
I'm
no,
not
just
going to. It was actually surprisingly short, considering like what they normally do to you. Like they give you like you know, a really long trailer for like something you're about to watch. So it's so stupid. But anyway, let's go watch the next bit. I
let's
am
go.
just like dying to know what happens.
Let's go.
Oh my god. Okay. Um,
Oh my god.
I like
What?
totally bored. I'm just like, what the fuck? Okay.
I watched this just the way I watched episode 10 on Not Me. I was just fascinated. I couldn't even cry. I was like,
I didn't cry until the end, and I'm just like, what the hell? But like, okay, so Krang with grandma at the hospital. Okay, that makes sense. I love.
but you
I
know what? Why long period lost a lot of blood? Was he there for a long time and like no one called the ambulance or something? What
Yeah,
happened?
I know, which is a bit weird, but like the the thing with Thai dramas is they're not really very medically accurate.
Hmm.
So, but like what I love, I mean, having a lot, having like losing a lot of blood can like can cause issues because obviously you starve your
Mm-hmm.
organs and brains of oxygen and all that sort of stuff. But what I mean when I say not really accurate, like I just love it's very common. I found that the doctors come out and they're like, he's fine, he's great, but he still could die. Like they literally are just like, like he
Yeah,
made it through the surgery, he's out of critical condition, but he still may
but
die. Like it's like, dude, you just said it was fine. Like
like
the
they were like, oh my god, this is so good, and then back to crying.
yeah, like the family are like happy, and then they're like, oh, but wait, dun dun,
No, what's
he might die
funny
still because
what's
like
funny is actually I did a fucking great job, but everything else isn't up to me. My job here is done. I was awesome.
yeah,
I
I
got
know
him
it's
out of the critical condition.
okay. And then we go to Salom at the jail or police
And
station, whatever.
Salon believes his brother is guilty.
Yeah, oh, that's like 100% obvious. But like,
Mm.
I, the support that we got, and then I'm like, what the fuck? Why is Safai like? Okay, first off, we know like from watching Not Me that the police can be corrupt and stuff, or like, I mean, I've read other stuff about police corruption and stuff in Thailand. So I mean, maybe they made him confess, but like, if they didn't, like, what the fuck is he doing? Um,
Everything is here is really is weird. What was the deal? Why is name not concerned? What is going on?
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, and like Kang just being like, no, I'm with you no matter what. And then like when he let
Oh my
him go,
god, it hurt me so much. Like
oh
I
my
just
god, I was just like, it's so funny because it's so far from like everything I can imagine, but it's
yeah,
also
I did
like the
not fucking
most.
see this coming, and I fucking loved it. I loved
It's like the most. It's funny as yeah, like I would have gone if you'd have asked me. This would not have been an outcome that I would have given you. However, it makes complete sense with his fucking
it.
personality.
Yes,
Like,
because we were just discussing how his dad was being a dick, just
yes,
basically.
he reverted. He reverted in that moment. He just like went back. He went
Yeah.
right back. And I was just like, I did not see
But
this
did you
coming.
notice that shot when he was converting Salom? So we did have that poster in the trailer of them being reflected in the mirror, but the camera was moving away and slowly Kang was being slowly cut out of the mirror and Salom was there alone. Did you notice that?
Yeah. I'm like, they're such dicks, but it's so funny because as I said, I was like, I didn't see this coming, but then I was like, I kind of did because I vaguely remember saying something like, I could only see Kang being a dick to Salom if it had been Grandma.
Mhm.
I believe I said something like that, but I feel like
Mhm.
Safai confessing, like, what the fuck,
Confessing,
like,
yeah, well,
and
confessing came out of nowhere because we just don't. I don't see how he did that. He surely didn't do that. So that
yeah,
just I
well,
couldn't have predicted this one.
yeah, the only thing that there's like two versions of events, I guess, that makes sense. One is that, well, actually, so there's three, I guess. One is that he didn't confess and he was coerced or like whatever.
Mhm.
The other one is that it's part of some weird plan that
Plan,
Ant
yeah,
and Kang
some
have.
very weird plan that I don't know. That's just
Yeah,
something is weird here.
I know, right? And the third one is that he's made some deal with the like um bad boss, or he doesn't know, like he's trying to protect name. I don't really know. It's like it's
I don't
yeah,
know,
it's
protect a name like this. He has a brother to take care of. I mean,
exactly, it
it
doesn't
just
really make
not.
sense. If it does, then like, this like little hint of, I guess, a crush that we they showed us that he had
Hmm.
on this boy in high school.
Hmm.
It seems like out of like, it doesn't seem like balanced. But then if you think about it, if we think about like parallels, like they've used a lot of parallels in this and a lot of mirroring in this show
Hmm.
with Nava and Guy being like Selom and Kang
Yeah,
and like things like that. This could be like his brother is just like his brother in that, like, maybe he has been in love with this guy since high school.
yeah. I don't know. I don't. I need to think about it. I need to see more. I just. The
Yeah, I mean,
presence
look, I don't know.
too
We'll know
much
when
here.
we know, I guess. But like, and I was just honestly, though, even at this point, I was just like, I thought that Kang was just gonna back away a little bit and like process. You know what I mean? And I thought, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
He's had a shock, you know.
yeah,
I did
yeah.
not expect him then to go and speak to Selom like that and be like, get out.
And Salon
um,
tried to reach out to him when he was walking away, and he was like, "No, no, 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 get out of my house."
yeah. And Selom was not at all surprised by that. He's like totally, his fears are
Hmm.
vindicated, essentially. Like, no
But
wonder.
I feel like even when he was by himself and Khan came to him, I was like, "I'll be here for you." I think at that time, Salom was already thinking, "No, yeah, this is over."
Yeah, I feel, yeah. I mean, well, I mean, you can understand why he might feel that way. Like, he was surprised when Kang was like, "I'll be here," blah blah blah. Like, he did
Hmm.
not expect it, and no wonder he's gonna do the escort thing again. So I guess that's gonna
Yeah,
be the wake up call for Kang. I mean, like, but it's like, how can Safai trust him now? Like, this is
so far,
another
trust me.
instance where he's essentially done one thing, or in this case said something, and then gone and completely like reneged.
You mean Salom?
Sorry, Kang. No, Kang has gone and done this to Salom twice now. Like, he did the same thing with like the flirting, and then he went and was all like
Yeah,
pimfa pimfa pimfa. Now he's like, I will
yeah.
support
I
you,
don't know.
and then
It's
he's like,
just
get away.
bad.
Yeah, I'm like, I
And
literally
then
have
the
written here.
door.
I've literally written here, my heart is broken.
Yeah, no, I just paused when I saw that the camera focused on their hands. I was like, oh no, 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 no.
I'm
I
like, I know.
paused. I just
I'm like,
no.
don't let go, don't let go, don't let go. And then he let go, and I went,
And I
Kang, you're a
was,
fuckhead.
I was like, once the camera focused on their hands,
You
not
knew.
even a second, I paused. I just that
I
hurt.
knew. You knew he was gonna let go, and it was just like, don't be so fucking stupid. And then he did it, and I was just like, crap, he's reverting. And
He impulsive and yeah.
yeah, hot-headed like his father. Like, yeah, because instantly, not instantly, but like, he's already regretting it. I mean, you
He
know,
is already regretting it.
yeah. So,
The
and I'm
door
just,
again and the flashbacks and the umbrella that Ken gave to him. The second one, which we theorized with Cass, also that is a
yeah,
symbol
the
of
umbrella. He doesn't have that support anymore. He's left it behind. It doesn't belong to him anymore. He's abandoned it. It's not his.
and
So
the no, but I think it's the second umbrella
no, I
because
think
I
I think
want to
it's
talk
I
about the first one.
no, I think it's still the one that, like, what? No, I think it's the one that Kang lent him
Well, the
this
second
time.
one.
Yeah, the second one. So he still has the original one. Yeah.
The original one, which is his feelings, but he gave back Kang's feelings, like the umbrella
Yeah.
that represents Kang's feelings, and Kang also broke it because now these feelings are hurting him.
Yeah. Well, I also think like it's like I'm because obviously he was not like Salom is not like him not fighting broke me a little bit as well. Like he's just accepted it. Like this is just his life. This is all he
Yeah.
gets. This is what he deserves. This is and I'm just
He
like getting super
he was
emotional.
waiting for this. He
Yeah.
has been waiting for this.
And you know
Kang
what?
proved him right. Proved him
Yeah,
right.
that's right. And I feel like Kang breaking that umbrella, like as far as he knows, it's the only one in existence, and it
Yeah.
means something to him beyond like the extension of his feelings or whatever. There's a
Yeah.
connection to the mother as well. Like this umbrella means something to him, so he is going to regret breaking that umbrella, just like he's regretting like breaking Salom, because this is what he's done. Like he may not have hit him or done any of the horrible things that he was like in the beginning like wanting to do to him initially back when the bullying was going on, but he's essentially just like they've
He left
both
him
gone back
alone.
to exactly where they were when this started, essentially, because Kang was
Yes.
Kang was Kang was better, and then
Worse, though. Worse.
Stallone.
Now Kang is heartless and Salom is just alone and
Yeah,
brokenhearted.
he's alone, and he's gone back to like I'm the only one who can, like I'm the only person I can counter, and he was
Yeah.
slowly starting to open up.
Broken heart.
And yeah, and it's just like I feel like with the umbrella, for example, I feel like hopefully there's going to be a reconciliation. Well, we know there is, because that's what the escort scene is for, I believe. Now i
Mhm.
do i do believe that that will be a reconciliation scene
Yeah.
um after the anger. But if we get a scene where he is like, there is a moment where he mentions like his regret for destroying the umbrella, we we may get that
Salom
realization
giving
from
him the
him,
first
because
one.
Salom has the other one, so he can give it to
Yeah.
him.
So
He still
probably he
has
doesn't
this.
know.
Yeah, because I don't think he knows. That's right. So, and that we'll get that like full circle thing that we were
Mhm.
hoping for. So, but like just when he was leaving as well, and he's in the rain and he's unsheltered, and then the
That was
gates
great.
closed behind him, closing him out.
Oh,
And oh my god, name still being there, I was like, what the
yes.
fuck? And then when he was
Yes.
just like, oh, I can't believe he'd do something like that, I was like, oh my god, you bastard, you shut your mouth.
Yeah, no, something is weird here. Something is going on that there's a plan. There's something going on. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, it's like, it doesn't. And that's what Auto says. Auto says it doesn't ring like there's a problem with it,
Mm-hmm.
And Guy with his knee
Love how
surgery, I'm just like,
oh
oh my
yes.
god. We were prophesizing that they were going to be the cute, like happy comic relief, and it's about to get really serious. Like, cause like yeah, it looks like there's problems in the future as well. So I watched the trailer again, sorry, and then I realized you probably didn't, so I'm going to stop talking about that. But um
The friends are there. I love how they're there for Salom, but he's
oh, he's
already
already
rejecting
rejecting them.
everyone.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's
retreating.
alone.
It's his mess. He doesn't want anyone getting involved, but he also doesn't want anyone else
But
leaving
but
him.
also he's closed off, and now he
Yeah,
knows everyone is going to abandon him. Everyone is going to abandon him.
yeah. And he doesn't, and this is the thing, and I mean, and that's what we're gonna get in the shower scene, and like after the, I believe the shower scene obviously is after the escort scene.
Yeah.
And we're going to get his I have nobody, because basically Kang has said to him he doesn't have him. His brother is gone. He's shutting out all of his friends.
Yes.
I'm getting emotional again.
And
I
he
think
hasn't even cried. Like he hasn't even expressed emotion yet. Like
I
everything
don't know
is
that he
is
will. I
holding
think
it.
I think that
Oh,
scene
he
where
will
he
in the
cried.
shower.
Yeah, I think that's going to be when he breaks down. Yeah, I don't think he's at the moment. He's just going to shut down and do what he needs to do, essentially.
Yes. That
Because the
is
other
so
thing is
painful.
when the knocking on the door started. I was like, oh crap, he still has his debt even.
I was like, don't tell me they came for the debt already.
Oh my god, that was what I was thinking. I'm just like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. And of course,
He's going to need money.
he's gonna need money for the lawyer because he's not gonna take their money. Like,
No, of course. Like,
and he
oh,
has the debts still, and he has no job now. And
okay, let's go watch the third part.
oh god, I don't know. I'm like afraid. I'm like even more afraid. I'm like, there's still 2 more parts yet. I don't know. Can we handle 2 more parts? Oh, we need to. We need to just get through it. Oh my god, what about if this ends like, oh,
And a cliffhanger.
I need
Cliffhanger.
some sort of, yeah, I need some sort of little resolutions in this episode.
No,
Some
so
promise.
far they haven't. So far they did well and did not left ended things on cliffhangers. I think it's going to get somehow resolved until
Yeah,
we.
or at least if we can see it in the trailer, because I'm like, we have to wait a whole fucking week. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be so mad at the end of this. I'm
Oh
going. I
my
went from
god!
we went from giddy to this to I could end up really angry. We'll see what happens. Okay,
Let's go.
I'm
Let's go. I can't. No. Let's go.
I
No.
I
Let's
have to say
go.
though, I am so impressed so far. I'm just like, I'm
Me
dying
too.
and I
I love
hate
it.
it, but I love it. But I'm so
I love
impressed.
it. I love
All
it.
right,
I love it. I love it.
all right.
I'm stuck. I
Let's
can't. Let's go.
let's go part 3.
Part three.
All right, before I say anything, I want to say I hate Jim, and would they stop putting fucking trailers on? I spoiled myself again.
What did you watch
I
it
did. Fucking
again?
hell.
What are you doing?
Anyway,
You see yourself. I'm pausing now. I'm not like
I'm
yeah. Just
like,
fuck them
it.
for this part
They
also.
they just start happening, and then I'm just like, it's like a train wreck. I can't look away. I'm like glued because now I'm invested, and I must know. I'm
Mm.
my own worst enemy. But seriously, GMM, would you quit with the trailers? Okay, Nava going to see him and even taking a gift, like, oh my god.
Oh,
I was just like, that's the most adorable thing ever. It's like, yeah, keep pretending like you hate him, not.
I think he stopped pretending already
Yeah,
for.
I mean, I know he has, but still, like, I'm watching him cry, and it's just like,
And then he stayed there until the night, sneaking in
yeah, and
to
yeah,
just.
like, he's like a piggyback, and I love how guys like when he's telling him to hurry up or whatever, guys like my other legs can still kick you in the mouth. I'm just like, oh yeah, they have not changed. I was like, here comes the
It's
comedy.
very clear.
I thought they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
gonna get all serious because we had all the crying and the he may not play again, and then it's just like, no, great, they're back. This is the comedy.
yeah.
So
But he wanted to cheer him up and make him believe that, be
it's
hopeful and
yeah,
believe that.
exactly. And I mean, when you're sick, like belief is a huge part of it because he's right. You need to have that,
That's why
like,
people exist, right? I mean,
yeah,
not that's why, but this is why it works
yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I mean you're tired, you're sick, you're in pain, or whatever, you already feel defeated without like losing hope as well. So like, if you can be positive, it's half the battle because you make yourself get up even when you don't want to. But yeah, and then he's back at the car wash salon. I was actually surprised by that. I didn't think we'd see him at the car wash.
Two shifts, working two shifts, and he's also smiling, like, yeah, I'm gonna be okay.
I know, right? Like he seems all like tra la la la, and then the bit with the watch, and I
Yes,
was like, oh my god, he's tempted. I was like, wow, okay,
yeah,
let's see
yeah.
how he struggles with this.
It shows how he's smiling, but he's never been as desperate as he is right now.
Oh,
Like
but he,
it's there. This scene is there to show us that he's really on the edge. Like he
yeah.
is
Well, he was like
not
that.
well.
Yeah, he was like that back when, like, back at the beginning of the show as well. When Kang would bully him or whatever, and he would just like not react the way Kang wanted. Instead, he would like
Mm,
smile when really, like, probably inside his heart was breaking a little.
yeah.
Um, so but yeah, I'm like, I was waiting for him to see like how he would get through that temptation because I knew he wouldn't take it. Like
Yes. Yes.
he's too strict in his own like integrity, but it's like there's lines
Not
you'll
like
cross and
we
that's not
know
one
how
of them.
even though he's smiling, he is just wrecked. He is not okay.
Mm,
His whole being is broken, like his world is upside down, nothing is right. Like
mm.
the things that we know about him that just make his personality, just everything is just breaking apart, and he is losing himself. This is what's
Well,
happening.
yeah, well, I mean, like, never would he have been tempted in the past. Like, this wouldn't have even
Yes.
been something he considered, you know? And so the fact that he not only was he tempted, but he literally was taking steps to make sure that if he did do it, he wouldn't get caught and things. So he was weighing up the consequences of his actions. And so like, it's really interesting because I had a conversation at work today. We just had new security cameras installed, and
Mhm.
the guys were saying, like, if someone is going to do something bad, they don't care about the cameras. They're already going to do something bad because they've already weighed up the fact, like, this is what's going to happen to me, this is what,
Mhm.
like, they've already made those choices before they even like perform the crime or whatever.
Mhm.
um and it's like I was thinking about that, like, while I was watching this scene, because you could see him like weighing all of the things. And then it was like there was no one around. He was completely free to take it, like no one would have seen him, and none of that sort of thing. And then but it was his own sort of like self moral system, let's say, that initially was the thing that shut him down. He didn't get scared, he didn't get like, there wasn't
Just like
people
he's not
around or
he's going to implode.
oh yeah, he's heading in that direction. I mean, but I feel like there's still
Like, I
that
mean,
line, like,
yeah, because he's not going to, it's him that's going to get just ruined, not, he's not going to drug other people, he's not going to affect other people, he is just going to sacrifice himself,
that's
and
right.
he's
And
not
that
going to.
and that's why he goes the escort route instead of, like, say, stealing the watch, because the watch
Yeah,
belongs to someone else. Like, as far as his concern and his moral based system is concerned, the watch belongs to
he's
an
not
innocent
hurting anyone.
person. Yeah. So, but then of course it's name. If you keep playing the good guy, like, it's so funny because it's very similar to what Sophia said to him about earning money, like legitimate money, and how, like, he could never do it if he just kept doing these jobs and stuff. It's interesting. It was a kind of a mirror of that, but sort of slightly more extreme.
Hmm.
So, and I'm just like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
and like,
I'm like,
what
don't
the hell
trust
is
him.
going on? Like, that scene was just like, is he evil? Is he evil? What the fuck is going on?
I
I'm
know,
so
like, I'm so confused because
confused.
it's like he's trying to help, but then at the same time it's like, are you really trying to help? Like, I can't get a
Trying
read on
to
him.
ruin him, trying to, yeah, it's no, no, it's not.
Mm. And then, like, when he was walking away, we had Salom sort of smile again, but it was a different kind of smile. It was like, I don't know, and I'm just like, don't trust him.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. And
And
then,
then grandma having thoughts.
yeah, doubts
No,
because
grandma,
she,
tell him he's stupid. Why is he blaming Siloam? Like, tell him.
yeah, I know,
And then she
right?
was like, what if he's not like, what if he's not guilty? And then you see this look on Siloam on Kang's face. I'm like, it's like, that's a scary thought, isn't it, Kang? If that you're wrong, that's fucking scary.
Yeah,
Like
because,
that
and
he
so
would just went into denial and push this
that's
away,
right.
because that's fucking
Yeah,
frightening that he would make such
exactly.
a
And so
mistake.
now he's like mirroring his father's like prejudice about
Yeah.
poor people, because if he's wrong, it means he fucked up and he's lost Salom and it's his fault. And
Yep.
it means that he didn't
And
take
it's
care.
horrible the way he did it, and
Yeah,
it's really
that's right.
hard
He
to
didn't,
swallow. Like, mm,
yeah, he didn't take care of him like he promised he would. And it's just like, but it's so funny because when he's so vehement about it, and he's so like, he sounds so um
sure,
sure of himself, but you see his face at the end and he's so not sure, like he's so
he's scared
questioning.
now. He's
Yeah,
no, there are cracks in his
yeah, they're both breaking apart. And I just love grandma. Like, I love grandma, but I did notice something as well in this scene, like when he first shows up and he says to her, can I hug you to sleep? And my heart broke a little bit, because now I'm thinking that maybe that was something he used to do with his mom, and he asked Salom to do that, and I'm just like, I'm gonna make myself cry. I was just like, when that bit happened, I was just like, wow, okay. I'm just, he's at his heart, he is a broken little boy, like, and yeah, he's just, has no idea what he's doing. His whole like counterpoint compass is gone. Like, he's like directionless. He doesn't. Yeah.
He's lost the judgment. He's lost his judgment because Salome was his judgment up until now.
Yeah.
He
Well, that's right.
trusted Salome so much, and now there's nothing.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
doesn't know.
he's
Yeah.
directionless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, back to the comic duo and the piggyback. And I'm just like, the piggyback and the moaning. I'm sorry, I just can't. I was I'm, I'm like, I'm like, this is not the episode for like innuendo and like,
At the
I
moment,
was
we've
just,
been 2 hours later.
yeah, I cracked up laughing with the clocking the clocking tick, the ticking clock noise, and then yeah, the 2 hours later, and then like once again I was like, okay, comedy again, and then like they had this sort of cute thing, and I'm still like, when are they going to kiss? They are going to kiss,
What
right?
if
This
it's
isn't just a
not?
bromance. Are we wrong? Are they like not a second couple? I'm I feel like I'm
Uh,
just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting old waiting for them to kiss.
yeah,
Um,
me too. I'm like, is this going to happen?
but I
Maybe,
love,
maybe we'll see them being together once we do the jump in time, and at the end of the season, we can
yeah,
expect that
maybe.
to
I
happen.
don't know. I'm just like, I feel like either I'm gonna get a year older or Christmas is gonna come before they kiss. Like, I'm seriously. But the shooting star behind them just cracked me up so much. I was just like, they're just so fucking funny. Like, they're,
Recorded a video of him crying.
yeah, I know. I love he's just like, I wasn't crying. He's like, sure. But he did. He totally gave him a different perspective and a different, mindset. And now he's positive, and he can bicker with
He did
him.
great.
And yeah, yeah, if they're not going to be a second couple, if they're not, we're not going to get a cute, like, little sweet second romance from them. They have a really cute friendship.
I think there are. I think they like each other. Like,
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it seems too. There's too many like romantic moments. Like, they keep fucking
mhm,
stargazing, for example. Like,
exactly.
who does that? Like, with your platonic bestie? Let's go
Sneaking D into
stargazing.
that person. I mean, that's some romantic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And also, like, we have 10 minutes left, less than 10 minutes,
Oh, I know.
actually.
Like, yeah,
Because,
well, because once you take out
but
the
I guess,
credits and the
what if
preview,
actually they actually leave us with a cliffhanger? I
I don't.
just,
I don't think, like, I watched the trailer, so I'm like, I kind of know what's about to happen, but 10 minutes
mm,
doesn't seem enough to get,
yeah.
like, there is definitely going to be a gap where we're going to be waiting for stuff. I mean, we're always waiting for stuff. We just, as you said, haven't had like a major cliffhanger or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but all right, let's
Anyway,
let's go and do it. We have to do it. We need to do
let's
it.
go.
I need to know. I need to see
I
the
don't want
trailer.
to.
I'm like,
I don't want
like, it's
to.
really funny because I'm like, I keep saying no more trailers in between the episodes, but I'm like begging for the end trailer. I'm just
Yeah,
like, what
there's
if
no
they
way I'm not
did?
watching that one.
What if they didn't give us one? Could you imagine?
I'm,
Let's.
I'm, I'm going to Thailand and writing. I
Yes,
don't care.
it's a riot. That's right. I'm just like, like, if they accidentally forgot to edit it in or something, everyone would just be like, wait, what? No, where's the trailer? I mean, at
Okay,
least
let's
I
go.
think GMM does post the trailer like the next day or something, but then they never subbed, so like that wouldn't help us anyway. Oh, okay, all right, let's
Let's go.
do it. Last 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Did you cry? I cried again.
No, I was
Oh,
just watching in horror, shaking and sweating and covering my face. Like, I don't even have notes.
I have notes. I like kept stopping. I have notes. I'm
Uh-huh.
just okay. So let's just start at the beginning, I guess. The way Sophia looked in the beginning of this scene, like, oh my god, wow, like, and I'm just like, why, Sophia? Why are you lying? Like, which is
He
exactly
didn't
like,
shoot him. Yeah, that was clear. He didn't shoot him. And also had this thought, like, did he like know where to shoot or something? Because like, but he would have to be a good um good at shooting in order to know to be able to shoot somewhere and not to touch any vital organs, because that's what happened basically.
yeah.
But
I
I
don't
don't
think
know,
he shot him. I don't even really know if he was even there. Like, because I feel like his natural instinct as a caregiver would have been, and someone who has medical experience would have been to stop the bleeding. So
yeah, the way he looked, like I had this thought, and then I was like, the way he had a certain look on his face at some point, I was like, no, he didn't shoot him. He's
and
lying.
he had no blood on him or anything as well when they brought him out. At least I don't remember seeing any. I'll when I do the rewatch, which I oh my god is going to be
Him
something.
refusing to explain what happened.
Sorry.
And also him refusing to explain what happened.
Yeah.
That was
Well, I mean, I was like, why are you lying? And Salom's basically like, why are you lying? I'm just like, me and Salom, same mind. But and then him just like saying, just go and do your thing, and like, fuck, he's abandoning him too.
mm-hmm.
And then the escorting, and it's just like, and so the guy said, last time you would only have a meal with me, but now you're going to have a drink with me. And I went, oh, he's going to try and get him drunk or drug him, or something like that. And of course we got the drugging him, and he wouldn't know the difference because like he's not someone who drinks or anything. And then we had a
Do you know
bathroom
the
scene.
difference?
Sorry.
Do you know the difference? Isn't this drug supposed to be somehow that I don't know. Do you know the difference?
Well, I mean, it depends on the kind of drug that he gave him. The fact that he was completely knocked out.
Date,
So
some kind of date rape drug, right? There are
I don't
things like
think
that.
so.
And
I don't
so
think it was a
no.
date rape drug because you don't really like. I think like with Rohypnol and stuff, like you're not out of it like he was. Like you're still kind of like
Mm-hmm.
semi-conscious, but not really. Yeah, like he was completely like knocked out, like a dead person, like
Mm-hmm.
unconscious, completely unconscious, and he didn't like.
And his first instinct was to call Kang.
Yes, and it was in the bathroom, and his first instinct was to call Kang to rescue
Bathroom.
him, which is
Yeah,
like
bathroom.
everything he ever wanted. And I love that was his instinct. Like he knew that like he would be there if he reached out to him, which is exactly what happened. Like it's so funny to me that that he's like angry and basically said to him, get out of my life, and he's like having all these like angsty, things happening, but like Salom rang him and he just like went straight there. Like, I mean, obviously he probably tried to ring him back or something, or maybe he
Mm-hmm.
didn't. Like, I don't even know, but I do want to know, like, how the fuck did he know what room
Didn't
they were
know
in?
exactly.
Because I was just like, did Kang like like microchip him or something like while he was sleeping? Because I feel like that's something he would do. Um,
We
you know,
might or might not find out in the next episode.
yeah, because I was just like, that was like, usually there's things like holes in shows that like just frustrate the hell out of you. This would normally frustrate the hell out of me because I'm like, it's one of those things that like logic slips in and it takes me out of the episode a little bit. However, I will forgive them for this because, well, I mean, I have
Because of the scene.
theories. I have theories, but I'm like, I feel like maybe I should save it for the critical discussion, about like how he found him,
Mm-hmm.
um, because yeah. Otherwise, I'm like, I don't know. At the moment, I'm just like, I'm like, our critical discussion probably isn't going to be as long as others,
He
or
might have
maybe it'll
been
be
following him.
twice as long. He could have been. There's a bunch of different reasons
Yeah.
as to, because he got there really
So,
quick too.
mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I was like,
And
creepy old
then,
man. And then the money
yeah.
scene. We got the money scene. we got the money scene, and we got the, like, if you all you want is
Salom's
money,
telling
take it,
him,
take it.
yes, I want money, and then Salom basically being, yeah, you can just give me the money and take whatever you want.
That's right. You've only, you're only money to me. That's all you are to me. And that, like,
And
that's
I'm
like
I'm
him.
I'm I'm something to be bought. You are the money, and I'm something
Yeah.
to be
And
sold
I love
and
as
bought.
well, because, like, he did. I have to check the translation again, but I don't think he said, like, he never said it like, you've always only been money. He said, in, like, you're just money to me. Like, it's like
Mm.
he's, like, he's cut. You know what I mean? Like, this is all it is now, sort of thing. And then I was just like, we were hoping for Kang to break, or we were hoping for Salom to break, and oh my god, they broke together, and I never even
Yes.
considered that. And I
Oh
was
well,
just like, holy
that's
crap, this is
just
fucking perfect. I don't know what your opinion is, but I thought it was fucking perfect.
I yeah, why yeah, I yeah, that no, I cannot say I when I was considering this scene, I was only thinking of Kang breaking. But what's interesting is that Salom did reach out to him, and we thought he wouldn't, but he
No,
did call him.
yeah, when push came to shove, he knew, like, that was his thing,
And he
like,
did.
that was
Yeah,
the person he wanted
maybe.
there.
Yeah, and did he know he'd come?
And it's so funny as well that he, like, in this scene, he's like, you're nothing to me, essentially. But yet we already know that that's a lie. Even as it's coming out of his mouth, it's a lie, because, when he was in need, when he was scared, he rang Kang. Like,
Yeah.
you don't ring the money. you
And then the
know
way he was clinging to him, just
or the way they both were, I just, as I said,
both.
I thought,
Yes.
like, yeah, I thought either we'd get Kang would break, or we would get Salon break, but I did not
I
expect
think
them both.
I didn't. I think Kang started it. Kang
Oh, he
broke
did.
first,
Oh yeah, he broke first.
um,
Yeah,
and then it broke Salom as well, or he just
I
showed
think
it
so.
like a
Yeah,
twist.
and I just,
Because yeah,
I don't know. I love it. I thought it was perfect. I'm, like, in love with this director and this script writer, and I'm just like, I don't know. Do they need, like, a slave? Because, like, for real. But and the acting here was amazing. Like, oh my god,
yes.
Perth and Chimon, like, fucking seriously, like, this was
And Kang
just,
having a flashback of Salom on the day he rescued him from.
yeah, because the way
Mm.
he was clutching him, and like holding him to him, was very similar to that moment, like, when he was, like, super traumatized, and everything, and it's just like, there's a
But
little bit
basically,
of,
what happened here is he did that to him. Kang did. Kang, but not exactly, but in this moment, what got him to cling like that and to be broken like this is Kang doing what he was doing to him.
see, I don't necessarily agree. I think it was him. I think it's culmination. I think that's how you say that word.
Yeah, of course.
Of
I'm not
of
saying
him.
it's not,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Of
this
him.
is what pushed him over the edge, and
Yeah,
also
yeah,
maybe having Kang close and like it's still even if I don't know, even if it started like that, there's still familiar, familiar this familiar body and
yeah,
that 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 he loves, and now I don't know, there's something that I cannot think. Like
yeah,
I was not able to make notes. Like I stopped at the notes of like date, rape, drug, and question mark, and then nothing.
yeah.
I was
Well,
just
I
covering
mean,
my face and like, oh.
I feel like him being, like, a little traumatized here is not the money throwing or the anger, or I feel like it was more just the build up. I mean, like, yeah, obviously, yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like it was the build up of, like, just him leaving him, in the beginning, and said, like, having him close, and being like, and not knowing, and, like, initially, as you said, yeah, initially, when he was like, okay, I'm gonna take what I want, sort of thing, like, that's not how he wants, that's not how he would want him, like, like, he So yeah,
It's
it's
hard, right? Like
it's
this
gonna
is
be
a
hard to
discussion for
go
the
through the whole
critical.
discussion. Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
too
he just
complicated.
yeah, he just like it's yeah, he wants him to be loved and cherished and taken care of. And I think, but I also think like this whole like release of
But even the fact that he expressed these emotions, that he Kang, the fact that he was angry, the fact that he was trying to do what he was doing, like it showed that he cares. Someone who doesn't care wouldn't do something like this.
yeah, well, you wouldn't get angry, you wouldn't give a shit, like
Yeah,
he
and
he
so
wouldn't even
Salom
have
clinging to
shown
him
up.
and Salomon breaking and clinging to him like that, and being kind of traumatized by what's happening, but also being happy that what's happening, even though he, like as you said,
That's
it's
right,
not
he
something
was
that
like
he wants. This is
clinging
not
to him.
related.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's just so good.
I know, it was perfect. And it's just this is not how I thought this scene would go at all, but I'm so glad it went this way because this is perfect. Like I really want to kick anybody in the pants who disagrees, because I was surprised by it, and but also
Yeah.
it was the right way to do it. It makes sense. It's
It's
just
so cool because we kind of predicted some stuff and we know the characters and we can predict how they'd act in certain situations, but at the same time, there were some twists that we did not expect because,
well,
just.
not only that, but we didn't
um,
have all the information. Like we don't have all the
yes.
information as to what's going to happen or at any given moment, so to speak. So we
But
can't,
then
get it
they
100%
did
right
it
all the
like
time.
it's like they did a second episode thing again. It's the end of the second episode when it's just so good, like everything is turned upside down again.
I
This
honestly
episode.
thought what would happen here is that Kang Salon would get into trouble, and then we would have the end, and I was just going to be like, what, no. But I mean, clearly next episode we're going to probably have, they didn't show it in the trailer, but we're probably going to have the scene where they're in the shower and Salon breaks down or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. um
Mm-hmm.
but I just like, and I loved the little scene they did show us of them sleeping in the bed, or on the bed rather, and like Kang is just like has his hand on Salom, like
I
he's
don't
afraid.
remember. I need to watch it again.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
remember
he's
this.
like laying, like they're laying side by side sort of thing, but he has his hand on Salom, like he's afraid, like if he doesn't, Salom might disappear, which fits with what you said, like at the beginning of the episode where he was like reaching out for him and he wouldn't be there. So it's like there's this fear now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a self-imposed fear, like he did that, so he now has to fix it and try and, obviously there's going to be more. This isn't like not a solution to everything, but like it is a huge thing, because Kang hopefully will realize what a big moment it was that Salom called to him for help. And
Mm-hmm.
also, like, he didn't try and resolve it himself. He could have rung a friend, he could have, like, whatever, but he called him.
Yeah.
And he, even when they were, they were angry with each other and everything, and then, like, he's letting him in, like, and
Mm.
it's just, yeah. And then of course, from the opposite side, like with Salom, I mean, like, Kang would not have shown
But
up.
basically, in this episode, we never like we saw a hint of Salom already being aware of the fact that something bad is going to happen at the beginning when I had this vibe like he knew it's going to go bad, like it's over in a way. But at the same time, he never actually closed off to Kang. Like he
No,
reached out, he went to
yeah,
the door, he called
he
him.
he
He didn't close
actually,
off.
yeah, we actually saw him, because I think what we missed, and I mean, I think, like, we did sort of acknowledge it, but when we did our critical discussion and everything, but I think what we missed was the actual, like, obviously it was, we knew it was an important moment and everything, and we knew
Hmm.
it, but I feel like what we actually missed was him giving, like, Kang the nod, so to speak, in the
Hmm.
last episode, and letting him, I guess, have him and everything, was like his like final like letting himself go. Like he was,
Was
you
it
know,
because we talked about it? Because it felt for Salom that love scene. It felt like a Salom's version of Kang's. Oh, there's that word when Kang goes on his knees and asking for the bike and just letting everything go. The word with C that starts with C.
oh, catharsis.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And it was obviously like the step to him being more open and everything, because you're right, in this scene I did notice that, in this episode rather, I did notice that as well. He tried to call out to him at the police station, and then yeah, he went into their bathroom again, and stood in front of that door, just like, once again we had the mirroring scene, just like that very first night that he spent there, where he wanted to reach out and he like couldn't bring himself to do it, and he couldn't bring himself to do it this time either, but he was at least closer. Like he thought about knocking, like
Mhm.
and it was obviously there was like minutes or seconds between the two of them. Like it's going to torment me to wonder like what would have happened if he'd stood there a little bit longer, because Kang would have come to the door. So what would have been the outcome of that? Because Kang would have gone to him, you know what I mean? So like, would they have fought
I think
again?
Kang was ready. Kang wasn't ready.
Yeah. So it's like, would
Thanks,
they have fought again, or would they have reconciled then? Like, it's really,
and
it's gonna
Salom
haunt.
wasn't desperate enough in that moment. I feel like Kang needed Kang kind of needed to see Salom in this very, very low point
Yeah.
like
He
this.
invited. This is the thing, okay? Like he invited Kang to not only rescue him, but to see him in his vulnerability, because he knew there was something wrong. He knew that he had impaired like judgment and everything, and yet he still reached out to Kang. One, he knew he could trust him and he would come and save him and all the rest of it. But like he invited him to see him in that vulnerable state. And so that is like a huge step, because every other instance it's been accidental, or it's been, inadvertently shoved, in his, he's not had a choice in it. I mean, to a certain extent you could say he didn't have a choice in this because he was drugged, but like he reached out, and so he opened that door, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, I'm sorry, I have to go back to the hotel room, because like not only did Kang know where he was, but he also like managed to get into a locked hotel room door. But then like we did have all that commentary about how like doors wouldn't stop Kang, especially if Salon was on the other side. So he just like helped himself.
Unconscious Salom. Salom.
Sorry.
Nothing stands between Kang and an unconscious traumatized Salom.
That's right, except for him fucking self.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just like,
Not
yeah.
even himself, come on.
Sorry.
Not even himself.
No, well, that's right. This is the thing, isn't it? I mean, I feel like, I said, I think in the last podcast that, when you love somebody, like even, did I say this in the podcast? Did I just send this in a message? I don't know. Maybe I sent it in a message. But like when you love someone, you get to that point where like you sometimes even the shit that, you hate about them or that bugs you or whatever, like you still love that person, right? And like it's funny, like he's angry, he's like whatever, and yet Salom rang him, and his Pavlovian response was just like, okay, where is he and what does he need?
and
But
he and he knew that he got spiked just like that. I'm curious to see what
well, I mean, he was
how they
unconscious,
explain
so
everything here.
this is
If
someone
they
who
talk
does
about
not.
it.
This is someone who, Kate knows. This is someone who does not let themselves be vulnerable in front of people, like voluntarily. Like, and he was unconscious with that creepy old dude, so he definitely wasn't there of his own accord. Like, that was not a decision he made, and he would not have run Kang
No,
to
but
like.
Angry Kang is not a very smart animal.
True.
So I don't know. I'm curious to see if they try to explain anything
Yeah,
in
I'm
this
like,
episode.
as I said, my only issue is that how did he get in there? But as I said, I have a theory. Your theory about him following him is like not a bad one. We may get flashbacks,
Mhm.
but it's like, what's he doing? Because let's face it, what's he doing when he's not at the hospital? Like, what would be a Kang
Yeah.
thing to do? Like, obsessively
Yeah.
stalk his ex.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sounds about right. Because it's like
Mhm.
also like even the preview for next episode where they're shooting at Salom, because obviously
Yeah.
Salom finds out about Name, I guess, or finds out about whatever happened, because you get the bit where he's
Mhm.
like, "We've got to get to the hospital now," because clearly Name is
Mhm.
gonna like try and kill the father, like
Mhm.
finish him off or whatever, and it's like, um, why, like what, um,
But what do you have, like, do you think he's going to kill the father? Why do you have that moment with Name asking Saifa for help?
I don't know. I'm not really sure like what the point of that scene was, because I mean
There
we
has to be a
I
point.
know like why it was there, like
Why include
Salom's
it?
part in there with the watch and everything, but why Name was introduced into it, I don't know. I still don't know. It could just be as well like to make us think that he's going to do something to the father, and maybe that's not his role at all. Like maybe he isn't, like maybe it's not what we think it is. Like at the moment we think maybe he
Yeah,
did
because
something.
there's something. Maybe it's not Name who's going to. I don't know. It's just
Well,
there's something there.
maybe it wasn't Name that shot the father. Maybe it was someone else to
Maybe
do
it's
with.
not him that's going to kill, try to kill him. Something. I don't know. The way would
It
Saifa cover a killer or cover like
Okay, so I have a couple of theories. The first thing
right?
that I was gonna say was, like, if it wasn't Name, and it makes sense for it not to have been Name, because Name's whole thing is I don't want to kill anybody. So like,
Yeah.
why would he shoot somebody? Like that doesn't make any
Hmm.
sense. So,
Yeah.
and not only that, why would he shoot somebody and then essentially go back to his old job, which he's trying to get away from? Because basically the deal was, if he supposedly with his old boss, if he did this thing, then he could be free.
Yeah.
And they're not suspicious of him. They haven't fired him from the rich house. So why is he
Hmm.
going back to doing his old job? That doesn't make any sense, unless he
Hmm.
was never he was never there for what it looked like he was there with Sophia. But that doesn't make sense, because we got the scene of him going to his boss. So there was no like
Hmm.
plan ahead of that sort of thing. So then maybe he didn't do it. Maybe someone else came there and did it. Maybe he is doing what he's doing because after that happened, he got threatened or whatever by, whoever, that if he didn't do then that if he didn't keep, doing whatever, then this is what would happen. Like this would be the outcome. And maybe they threatened Saphai, like maybe with Saphai they threatened Salom and said like if that he
Let's see.
said anything, because I feel like that's the only way that he wouldn't, like the only way he would confess is maybe to protect his brother.
I will think about it. Maybe I'll come up with some theories as well. Right now, I'm just.
I know, right? I feel like I need to watch the episode in reverse, or like from the
Mm.
middle, then watch the end, and then go back and watch the beginning where they were like super cute, because like I feel like I'm gonna need the catharsis of them being super cute to like make up for the trauma. But I'm just,
But yay to no cliffhangers at least.
yeah, no cliffhangers. Yeah, yeah. And also
They
good,
have been
and
good
good that
with
we're
this.
getting the shower scene after the
Hmm.
escort scene, which is like one of the things I was afraid of. So I'm glad that that's happening. But and it looks like we're back to, obviously Kang, and Kang has got his head out of his ass and is now like,
Hmm.
I'm sorry, boo, I'm not going to let you go again, kind of thing. So I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, and
But
he
he needs.
says, because he said to him in the
Yeah.
trailer, Salom says something to him about like if something and everyone thought it
If
was
I
me or
was
something.
blamed for
Yeah,
this,
would
would
you?
you believe
And he said no, because I
I did
trust
it?
you. So it's like that's a really big thing too. That statement right there, trust is a huge thing. And already like Salom has just shown that he trusts Kang. He trusts
Hmm.
Kang to come. He trusts Kang to be there. And I almost feel like that scene as well, where he taunts Kang into sort of like, I guess, like I don't want to use the word attacking him, because that's not really what he does. He invites it, even though he's like it's a taunting thing. Like he he it's like he trusts him, I feel like, in that moment, even though it doesn't look like it, because I feel like part of when he breaks is like the relief of knowing that Kang wouldn't do that to him, because he
Mm.
doesn't, like, he stops, like, he can't.
Mm.
It's just like, yeah, I don't know. I have so many feelings. I have so many feelings and so many thoughts, and they're all just in my head going, like, is screaming, basically.
Yeah, my mind is blank. I'm just overdosed on emotions and everything, and just
You're traumatized. You're traumatized, and I'm like a
shocked.
rabbit on speed. My brain is just going. But yeah,
Yep.
I'm all stuffy too because I like totally bawled, like, and like ugly cruel, ugly crying, bawling, like, especially the first time I cried was just like little hiccuping sobs at the end, but
Mhm.
the end bit where they broke together was like gross ugly crying, and I'm just
I
like
haven't cried.
clutching my pillow going, oh my god, it was perfect.
I haven't cried yet, and I'm in shock. I'm just
Yeah, you need a Valium and some sleep.
in the same time.
Well, that was fun.
At least for us it was.
If you made it to the end, I'm not sure if we should apologize or congratulate you.
But thanks again for spending your time with us.
Please check out our Twitter and Tumblr at Critically OBS for all future posting schedules.
Bye for now. I'm Mirella.
And I'm Zoe, and we'll see you next time.